Welcome to New Day Cleveland. I am Natalie Hervick, and today we are exploring Trumbull County. So we're just about an hour east of the land and about an hour west of Pittsburgh. So it's sandwiched right in between. We're basically right on the Pennsylvania line. There's so much to see and explore here in Trumbull County, and we're going to show you a lot of the towns that make up this beautiful area here in Ohio. We happen to be in Warren right now, and I definitely want you to explore this with me later. But first, we're heading to the city of Hubbard, where two hot mamas are spicing things up.
Two Hot Mamas is a pepper company. We specialize in canned and fresh peppers. My cousin and I started canning peppers about 5 years ago, just to see if we could do it, and people loved them and started offering to buy them from us, so we thought we might be onto something. We went through the Youngstown Business Incubator. They showed us all the steps to become a legal cannery, how to get our licenses, how to make sure everything we did safe practices when cooking, and then we started going to different events, flea markets, craft shows to sell our product. Our three main staples are our hot pepper mustard, our pickled peppers, and our hot peppers and sauce. Those three you can always find in grocery stores. They're in about 30 stores around the area. We also offer out of our shop pepper jam, hot peppers and oil, a peach pepper jam right now, and a zucchini relish. We became very good friends with the owners of Woodland Cellars and had some of our products on their menus. We talked to them and decided to open a collaboration, so we moved our shop across the street, and we sell wine and peppers, different winemaking supplies. It's been a really good relationship, and it's a fun little pairing.
Woodland Cellars is a family-owned winery, meadery, and cidery. We also serve food and Two Hot Mamas products. There's over 20 varieties, and we do seasonal flavors as well. My husband, it was his harebrained scheme. One day he started making alcohol and realized he really liked it. He is the only one that makes the wine. I help here and there just with like, I can hold that for you. He started out making our mead, which is our Eye of Odin. It's the most popular thing that we have, and it grew from there. This is a cheese tray. We have Two Hot Mamas hot peppers and oil. We have their peach jam over cream cheese. We have their Hotson sauce. We just have a couple different varieties of cheeses, and we have a Brix chocolate, which is just, it pairs really well with some of these wines. We also have the original fat guy in the oven. He made the bread and these really amazing everything, like they're a cracker. They are great with all of this. And of course we have a variety of wines to pair with these. We have a Pinot Noir, a Cabernet, a dry blend, a peach Moscato, and then we have our cider.
Room number one is basically the primary fermentation room. This is where everything gets started. Everything in here is going to be actively fermenting. Everything from the primary rooms pumped over into the secondary room whenever it is ready. Here we have the 3 barrels of cider. There's a few more in the next room over, but sweet blend, another tank of Moscato, Pinot Noir, and a Cabernet. And this is where everything kind of comes together to calm down a little bit, age, let all the flavors balance out.
It's kind of a really cool thing that you build something from nothing, and it's exciting, and it's invigorating, and it makes you feel like you've really accomplished something, and it's really, really cool to see.
Two Hot Mamas is in Hubbard. Once again, it's on North Main Street. And you can check out their Facebook page if you want a list of upcoming events and also their hours.
Well, Don, thanks a lot for having us to Market Square. Let's see, we're on the Square of Kinsman, so this is
Yes.
Market on the Square in downtown Kinsman.
Yes.
Okay, so I was trying to figure out what kind of store this is when I walk in, but it's some kind of everything store,
A
isn't
little
it?
bit of everything store, yes.
How would you explain this or describe this store to somebody?
Like it's a little bit of everything store. I mean, we have the oldest continuously operating soda fountain in the state of Ohio. We have the region's largest used bookstore, and we have everything from antiques to wallpaper and housewares, hardware, 3 floors of merchandise. And my building was built in 1894. It's always been retail on the main floor.
So I guess my mistake in the beginning of this conversation was, what don't you have, right?
Well, as I tell people, if I don't have it, you don't need it. So.
I just love that. Tell me about this record collection. Are this all these records you have in the place?
Yeah, we have, well, the one old guy that just came through here brings records in, and we have thousands of them down in the basement for $1. And of course, we have a few more, individually priced. They're a little more collectible, but there's still a lot of treasures to be found here, I'm sure.
Yeah, like I noticed there's a copper pot up there. It looks like something that people used to make candy in or something like that. What is that?
An apple butter kettle.
Ah.
It wasn't an heirloom. My dad bought it, but when I was younger, one year one side of the family would make apple butter, and the next year the other side of the family would make apple butter.
Just to see how that thing is made. What year do you think somebody crafted that and made it? I mean, the hardware on it's unbelievable, isn't it?
It might be 19th century. I'm just looking at the work on it. Actually, it was in our other business that had burned, and I believe it was copper-plated tin, and it got scorched, so we just decided to put some spray paint on it and make it look pretty.
Well, it looks good. And then right next to it, you have some kind of corn chopper.
Corn chopper, yes.
Yeah. So who used a corn chopper?
Well, when my dad had a donkey years ago, that's a long story, but anyways, he would get corn.
Sounds like a story I'd like to hear.
And they would take the corn stalks and and you chop them into length to put them in the manger.
Yeah. I saw a bunch of people come in here earlier. They ordered a milkshake and a bunch of hot dogs. Mm-hmm. So what other things do you have on your menu there?
Well, we now have I call it deli dine. It's a deli, no fryer, no grill. We have a panini press, grilled cheese quesadillas, fine food fast, and we do our own homemade soup salads, macaroni and cheese. We have rice bowls and grain bowls, so we have, of course we still have pulled pork and meatball subs, so we have happy to healthy as our policy on the food.
I like that, that's pretty good. So tell me about like your friends' reaction to the things you sell. Like some things you have at your friends think you're a little wild.
Yeah, just some of the old stuff I get out of estates and things that are.
Yeah. So you do estate shopping too?
Yeah, some. I don't really have much time to do auctions anymore. I'm tied down here, but stuff finds me anymore, so I don't really have to go looking too much for things.
I'm surprised you don't have an old Victrola playing some of your records here.
We've had one over time.
Yeah. That fella that came in he brings the records, he had a little old record player he was carrying with him.
No, it's actually a movie projector.
It was a movie
projector and some music boxes, and I never know what he's gonna. He's my treasure finder, really.
I'll tell you what, you come in here to shop for a couple minutes, you might be in here a couple hours because there's always something new to discover, right?
Yes.
So it's called Market Square. It's on downtown Kinsman, right on the square.
Yes.
It's easy to find. It's a big building with a bunch of crazy signs, and inside you'll find Don at the helm. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Still ahead on our road trip to Trumbull County, it's a stop on the Italian food trail.
We're about to have a little bit of fun here in Trumbull County. Why? Because I found an amazing Italian food restaurant. I have Kenny here with me.
You got it right, okay. She screwed it up the first time, folks, just so you know. Keep going.
We are at the Sunrise Inn.
Got that right, too.
I'm on a roll now.
On a roll.
Because I know that when I'm done with this, I get to eat all of this. So I'm like, let's go.
Amazing stuff.
So this place has been around how many years?
1929. It's our 90-year anniversary.
That's unreal. You're right on, the main drag here.
Right, the main drag.
When you walk in, you automatically feel like you're at a Cheers type of bar. I think the atmosphere here,
And
you're
really
Italian.
Is. It is. It is. I'm Greek, actually, but that's okay.
Well, you're Greek?
Yes.
And you're serving up Italian food?
It's okay. We're allowed.
I love it. I didn't decide to just have one set of silverware. I have two today, and you don't see this happen often. But when I saw all of this delicious food, I thought, well, I have to try a few different things here.
Absolutely.
So we do have a lot of Italian fare, cuisine. I want to start with that pizza over there, because that's a big seller, isn't it?
It's our #1 seller. It's a Briar Hill pizza that has Romano cheese. Our ingredients really are top of the line. This started off as like a peasant pizza with the Romano cheese. Now, of course, it's the kind of gourmet. So we have Greek pizza. We put anything you can imagine on pizza. We have cauliflower crusted pizza, which is low gluten, gluten-free. very low in sugar content. It's big with the diabetic market. So we have a wide variety. You look at this pizza over here, that's a lasagna stuffed deep
Now that's
dish.
good for everyone.
9 pounds. 9 pounds that pizza.
When you
right
pick this thing up, you get a workout. That's how you guys stay thin and work in this business.
Yeah, I don't
because
know
you're
about
lifting.
thin. Nobody's ever called me
Look
thin.
at that thing. That looks unbelievable.
Yeah, and we stuff that with like different things. Meatballs. We have one with deluxe with pepperoni, sausage, mushroom. Our menu really is probably too big, but it's very
It's
big.
huge. Now, don't let the name fool you, clearly, of the restaurant. Sunrise Inn, I thought
We are not a
automatically
hotel.
breakfast.
We are not
Well,
a
and I
hotel.
thought just breakfast, but you also have breakfast food here,
We have
too.
breakfast too, yes.
What time do you open?
Not just 9 a.m. We don't open.
9
till-
a.m.
Yeah.
Still, though, you come in, I had a hot tea for breakfast. I drank that, but then, can you get this
You can get
right
this
away?
any time of the day. Yeah, these pizzas, this pizza wall.
So how does that work, your pizza wall?
Well, people can come in and, if they don't want to call, so, give me 2 large pizzas to go, boom. We box them up to go. They want a slice of this, a slice of that. We have spinach pizza, which is my grandmother's recipe. Just all different kinds. So some people get a variety. But if you're in a hurry, you want 4 large pizzas and you're going to an office like pharmaceutical reps or something, it's available. It's quick.
So the burgers, though, too.
We grind all our own meats. We don't buy hamburgers. We take the top round, we run them through our own grinders. Very lean, but it's incredible.
Now, what about the chicken parm and veal parm? I had to save the best, in my opinion, for last here.
No, that
No,
cheesecake
that's
is the
last.
best
And I
for
forgot.
last.
We'll get to that, too. Don't worry.
But anyway, these are all
I gotta try one of
bread.
these.
We bread all this stuff ourselves.
Is
Our
this the
sauces,
veal?
that's the veal.
Okay.
We bread
Let me
that
check it
ourselves. The
first.
chicken parm, we bread ourselves. All the sauces are homemade. Our dough's all homemade. It really is truly homemade from the way we grind our beef to make our pizza sauces and everything else.
And the way you make your desserts.
Chef Stu, we call him Sparky now. He makes all these cheesecakes. Unbelievable. Really.
Everything here, that is to die for. That is so good.
Mm-hmm.
I want to bite into the burger. I don't know how someone bites into that burger,
Very
but
carefully, because you're going to screw your dress all up.
I
but
know,
you should try it.
I know I will, but this is definitely a place that you must stop. And what time are you open until?
9 a.m., 10 o'clock during the week, Friday and Saturday till midnight.
You gotta
But
stop
we get a lot
here.
of people that do they take a trip. It's only an hour from Cleveland, from Akron, from everywhere. So we get a lot of people that do come in.
Peggy Gallick, who I work with, she found
Hi,
that I was
Peggy.
here, and she said, you better not leave without bringing back one of those
Peggy's
pizzas.
an old-time friend, and she really does a good
So
job.
you know it's the real deal. Following Cleveland, she said, please bring me back one of those. You want to
Thanks,
dig in
Natalie.
with me? I'm going for the
Absolutely.
burger.
You
Let's
go for
go.
the burger. It's got jalapenos, so be careful.
It's hot.
And I'm going to take the veal.
All right,
How's
there
that?
you go.
Our next stop is a general store with a classic feel with some of the best baked goods around.
And do you do cream and sugar in yours?
The Fowler General Store and Bakery is a community-based store. It was built in 1864, and it was built as a general store. We have the original floors, the original ceiling. Researching the area, I fell in love with the story of this store and the history of this community, and I'm just blessed to be a part of it. Sure. We're trying to bring that old general store feel back and adding in the bakery and including the local community in the store itself. A lot of our products are all Ohio-based products, and all of our consignment stuff are locally crafted items from the people in the community. The area out here is absolutely beautiful, but there's not much around here for the locals just to stop in and get something quick. So that's been a fun part of this journey, is getting to meet the local people, and they'll come in the mornings, they'll grab their cup of coffee to start the day, and so I get to hear a little bit of what they're doing, and so we get connected that
Do you
way.
need a sleeve for that?
Thank you.
You have a beautiful day.
We always have baked donuts. We don't fry our donuts, and we use pureed fruit in them. Today we have pumpkin and blueberry and apple cinnamon, and so you'll get bits of that fruit in your donuts. We always have cookies, and as one of our customers says, they're adult-sized cookies, so they're nice size. We always have baked breads. We do a pepperoni roll soup for lunch. I do orders, so for events I can do pies, cakes, cookies, anything like that. Our ice cream comes from a local dairy farmer, Baker's Golden Dairy. They make all of our ice cream to order, so it's fresh from the farm, and all of our milks to order. And it's the creamiest, smoothest ice cream you'll have. It's really good. Our grocery items come from Walnut Creek, which is down in the Amish country in southern Ohio. All of our bulk stuff comes from them. And we do have some of their cinnamon rolls and fudge and that kind of stuff also. Have you had this milk before?
Yeah, I had it the other day. That's why Grouse is awesome.
Just make sure you give it a good shake.
Yep.
I love the people. It warms my heart when I see grandparents coming in with their grandchildren and picking out some nickel candy or getting an ice cream cone. It's just so sweet, and it's like stepping back in time to that Mayberry period, just slowing down and just enjoying each other.
The Fowler General Store and Bakery is closed on Sunday. And still to come, an authentic barbecue in Warren.
Welcome back to New Day Cleveland. We are exploring Trumbull County. It's a beautiful county, but let me tell you, a lot of the great stops happen to be here in the town of Warren. So I thought, who better to ask about this wonderful place than the mayor himself, Doug Franklin. Good to see you and meet you.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Thank you for having us here.
Oh, thanks for coming to our little town.
It is so quaint. And let me tell you, I've noticed one of the best things about this place is that you have a lot of amazing restaurants. And
Yes,
I
we do.
can't go wrong with a good restaurant.
Yes. Yes, you're absolutely right. We have some mainstays like Saratoga Restaurant and Sunrise Inn with their world famous pizza.
I've heard they've been there for quite some time.
They've been there for quite a while.
But you really are a town that's revitalizing itself, and there are a
Yes.
lot of new spots that keep popping up, it seems.
Yes, and this started with a revitalization district designation by the state of Ohio, which allowed us to do a lot more with liquor licensing. But we have a lot of great new restaurants that complement some of our older institutions like Nova Coffee. Also the Weston Maine, which is a new restaurant and cafe. And also Jack's Steakhouse, which is great. You got to try it before you leave.
Oh, I can't pass up a good steakhouse too.
They're
I'm
great.
sure it's
They're
really
great.
good.
So it's really energy. There's a lot of energy downtown, a lot of new investment, and we're very happy about it. And people are starting to build on that. I see every day people investing in our town, giving all of their efforts, their blood, sweat, and tears to these projects of different kinds. And it's a nice match with the arts community as well.
So the arts community too, I'm sure that they do a lot throughout the year
Yes,
here.
yes. Well, they give a lot of events in the square, and they also do a lot of arts education for our young people and our older artists as well.
So what do you find that you love most about being the mayor of this great city?
That's an easy question.
I'm glad I asked you an easy one.
Yeah, obviously it's people. Our people have a real resounding bounce back spirit, a blue collar spirit, hard workers. They like to work hard and play hard, and we're making sure that they get to do both in our town.
And you've had some big names come through, born and raised here and move on.
Yes.
I know that Mr. Dave Grohl, has is it an alleyway there all his own too?
Dave Grohl Alley, it sees a lot of visitors, even from far as New Zealand have came to see Dave Grohl Alley and sit on the world's largest drumstick. So that's pretty cool. But a lot of people come and visit, not only Dave Grohl Alley, but also Sean Jones, a world-renowned trumpeter. He's from our community. So
wonderful.
We've contributed to the arts world quite well.
Well, and I love this. And again, right here in the square, it's beautiful. The courthouse is stunning.
Yes.
That's been here for quite some time, 1895.
1890. We believe it's the most beautiful courthouse in the state of Ohio, and others agree with us.
I would agree just by looking at it. It really is a quaint, beautiful town. I love that you say, though, too, a lot of hardworking people who have really worked to make this town what it is today, and I can only see it going up from here.
Yes, and we see it every single day. With the addition of a wine on the river, we have a microbrewery in David Grohl Alley. That's quite appropriate.
Makes sense.
And all of this wraps around a beautiful river that we're trying to restore and revitalize and clean up so that we can create more economic development along the river as well.
Well, you were doing a fabulous job, I must say. Mayor, it was
Thank
such
you
a
so
pleasure
much.
to meet you. Isn't he a dapper
Thank you so
man
much.
too? Look at that, well dressed.
My wife dressed me really.
I love it. She dressed you for the big day.
Yes, yes.
As we're learning, Warren is full of all kinds of great food, including authentic barbecue. Let's check this one out. It's called Cockeye Barbecue.
Cockeye Barbecue is fast casual, low and slow, Southern style barbecue restaurant. We cook over live fire, all the traditional barbecue meats, and then we have 20 or so different side dishes to choose from. Barbecue is American food. I went to culinary school years ago. I'm classically trained. I did nothing but fine dining for several years in Charleston, and I kind of got sick of the frou-frou scene. And every chef wants to develop a style. And I'm a guy from Ohio, from the cornfields of Ohio, 20 minutes from here, and I think barbecue is American style food. Our sauce is, of course, a little bit different. Everybody's barbecue should be close. The way that they respect their meats and the way that they handle their meats should be the same. I tell everybody when you come in here, the texture of our meat, the tenderness, and the flavor of the meats should be on par with anybody in the country. You might like JoJo's sauce, or you might like Tim O'Hallahan's special rub, or his flavor profile, but the meats are where it's at. And if the pit master is paying attention to that, they're the same. So nobody wants dried out brisket with a whole bunch of sugar sauce on it that helps it out, and ours isn't like that. People come from all over. They love our cheesy potatoes. We sell a ton of those. In fact, we now have a giant mixer in the back to mix them. People love our sides. We have 20 or so different sides to choose from, a bunch. And we have clothesline specials, what I call clothesline specials, which they're a little sparse right now. But we do house-cured pastrami that we smoke in-house. We do house-cured hams that we smoke here. All of our bacon is house-cured. Most barbecue joints aren't really doing all that. So people come in for our clothesline specials. Currently, we have 3 units that we use. 2 of those are basically big log burners, rotisserie units. Those are all for our large meats. I call them pork and brisket. And then we rotate. Those go all night long. And then in the morning, we put our small meats, chicken, ribs, turkey, sausage, meatloaf, meatballs, lamb, whatever we're doing for that day. Our wings run a different program, a different recipe than our other meats do. Our wings are smoke fried, so we smoke them, blast chill them, and then flash fry them to order. So they're different. We won bunch trophies. There's bunch trophies for our wings. The way our menu is set up, you order a 1 meat dinner, they're all the same price. If you want a chicken dinner, it's $11. You want brisket dinner, $11. You want sausage, it's $11. When I go to a barbecue restaurant, I order brisket. That's about all I ever order, and I judge them harshly on their brisket. I'm sorry, that's just what I do. Not everybody does brisket. You go to a barbecue, there's tons of guys cooking in barrels with charcoal and lighter fluid and whatever else they're doing, banging out chicken and ribs. Just about anybody can do, Applebee's can do chicken and ribs. Do they have brisket? No, they don't do brisket. We do. We make everything from scratch. So we have a corn pudding, a corn casserole on the menu. Our mac and cheese uses Great Lakes cheddar, Great Lakes smoked cheddar. We're super easy, especially from the Cleveland market. Come straight down 422, straight into Warren. We're on Parkman Road, same road, right? Drive until it looks like Warren and look on the right.
Cockeye Barbecue is in Warren, and they are open Tuesday through Sunday at 11 a.m. Coming up, it's an old school fast food joint that's been around for decades. Our next stop has been serving up classic hot dogs, hamburgers, fries, and a whole lot more for 70 years. Check it out. It's the Hot Dog Shop.
It's a landmark, you know, for the city of Warren. Everybody knows about the hot dog shop. started in 1946. We had Paul Trevelyan and Ralph Mettendorf. They came out of the service and they started a little shop that sat on the corner over here. So they started with antiques and hot dogs went, they threw the antiques out the door. And then it just grew. Everybody loves it. Well, I've been here for just about 40 years now. And I started in 1970 as a young kid and started doing the managing around in the 80s, early 80s. But I was well liked by the owners and they were really good people. It's a short menu, so you get hot dogs, hamburgers, fries. That's about it. You get the shakes and pop, soda pop. Started chicken noodle soup also. We just decided to try a different soup up here. So the chili in it it's pretty big. Everybody loves it. Toppings, the chili sauce, that's what we're noted for. Paul and Ralph started that, and that was a big thing. Sauce, onion, sauce, cheese, but also you can get kraut, ketchup, mustard, relish, onion.
47.
We have fun at work, but we focus on the customer. Customer service is what it's all about. A spinning weenie, huh? I always tell everybody it's like the soap opera, as the weenie spins, or as the weenie turns. But yeah, no, that's been up there from the get-go. There's a big pole right there in the center there. It shoots right up to the roof where that pole attaches. We just updated that. We just got all new LED lighting. And it got the new paint job, as you can see, that nice bright red. What makes them so good? Probably we have to start off with the freshness. They're brought to me every day, fresh, except for Sunday. It's always been this design since they built these in 63, 64. We've changed them a little bit, put new tops on there, but it fits. There's some people that like it, and there's some people that don't like it. The booths ain't too large. They're a little tight fit, but they make it. They'll still jam in there for their hot dogs.
83.
Think outside there, it gets jamming over there. We have the called in orders, plus we have the people that just jam in for a quick lunch. It's quick. So in and out, so they can get back to the workplace. Come on down and see a great place, enjoy a good hot dog. There's always people that move off to Florida, and when they come back to visit family, you just hear some great stories about, this is the first place when they get off the plane. They come to the hot dog shop before they go to their families. It just excites you, pumps that heart and say, hey, we're doing something right.
The hot dog shop is on Market Street, and that is in Warren. And the good news, they're open 7 days a week.
Okay, we are heading back to Hubbard now for some vintage and antique home decor and homemade goods. This is Extending Grace.
Extending Grace is a home decor shop. You'll see a variety of vintage and antique pieces. You'll see repurposed pieces. We sell fusion mineral paint, and so a lot of our pieces are painted, but many of them are not. I picked the name probably, 15 years ago. I registered with the state of Ohio, long before Devin and I were going to even do this, and I just felt that God had given me so much that part of my responsibility was to extend grace to others.
In the back, that's where all the magic happens back there, where we have our classes, and we have a variety of classes for every skill set. We have simple classes where you just paint and do transfers on buckets or on boards. We have a layering class where you paint and then you do a couple different transfers over the top. Just a whole variety of stuff. They're all really, really fun. We have all different kinds of supplies to help you make your own masterpiece for your home.
Our goal is to help folks make their home more hospitable. So whether they're creating or buying, they have that choice here. We want it to be an experience for you. We don't want you to just come and buy a jar of paint. You could do that at a big box store. We let you play with the products before you purchase. We want to show you how to use things, and we want people to feel welcome and to come back and get the help they need. We have local artists that create beautiful jewelry. Some of our vintage and antique dealers also paint.
and so they do a beautiful job. We have a local sign maker. She wholesales all over the country, but has decided to kind of have a home base with us. We look long and hard, and we do kind of have a juried process because we want everything that comes into the store to feed our philosophy that you should feel welcome in your own home and those that come into your home.
When I come here, it's like even driving out here, I get excited about what are we going to do today? Who are we going to meet? Who's going to come in the store? What projects are we going to work on? What kind of relationships are we going to develop with our customers and the people that come to take a class? And that's the fun part of this.
We sell a lot of stuff, but it's really the relationship that matters the most.
Extending Grace is on West Liberty Street in Hubbard. They are open Wednesday through Sunday. Still to come on our road trip to Trumbull County, the Artisan Bakery with a funny name.
Welcome back to our road trip to Trumbull County, and now we're going to head over to Hubbard to a place with a very funny name, but the products are no joke. It's the original Fat Guy and an oven.
The original Fat Guy and an Oven Bakery is a bakery where it's all handmade breads, pastries, pies, cakes, cookies. We also do a large variety of sandwiches and homemade soups and other foods and specials daily. I originally started with a friend of mine years ago in another bakery that we started, was two fat guys. It was a little bit further from where we needed to work, so we got out of it and then we started this one, and I was one of the original fat guys, so it came from that. Nobody trusts a skinny baker. We make a lot of breakfast pastries, nut coffee cakes, cream cheese, Danish, bear claws. It's all handmade and made with love. We actually make 5 whole grain breads. Here we do a purple wheat, which is a flour imported from Ethiopia, and it's 100% whole grain. It's healthy and it's delicious. We do a whole grain, then we do your traditional Italians, very hard crusted. Then we do some home style for some lighter breads if people don't like the crust. And then we do all different kinds of Asiagos and garlic parmesans. And we do about 70 varieties of bread weekly. We probably use about 5,000 pounds of flour a week, which isn't a lot for some bigger places, but certainly for a small retailer, it's a decent amount.
Okay, so we're making a breakfast sandwich, we're making an Italian.
We do mostly sandwiches. We run lunch specials that we advertise on Facebook, and then we also do homemade soups, and once in a while we'll do a meatloaf or something like that. We're smoking meats occasionally on the weekends also. Our most famous sandwich is our breakfast sandwich. We buy some local eggs from a local farmer. Any bread you'd like, you walk up, pick it out, cut it fresh. You can do ham, bacon, anything you'd like on there, and hot off the panini press. Being creative, being able to imagine something and do it and collaborate with some of my employees and kind of brainstorm and then come up with some new ideas, because you'll find things handmade, made fresh daily that you won't find anywhere else with the finest ingredients. Come try our breads. I mean, that's what we're known for. If you're hungry for lunch, we'll make you a great sandwich on any one of those breads that we make. It's just very gratifying to work for yourself and have people appreciate it, the hard work.
The original Fat Guy in an Oven is in Hubbard. That is on Main Street, and they are closed on Mondays.
Remember this name, Fatty Cakes. Why? Because It sounds delicious, but guess what? No calories involved because it's a soap company. Leslie created this whole thing. How are you?
I'm good today,
Thanks
Natalie.
for having
Thank
me
you.
in.
I'm happy to have you here.
So they're tucked away right here on East Market Street, so right in this little shopping plaza. But it is a must stop because you have wonderful soaps and they're very interesting names with very interesting scents, I must say. But why did you start doing this? You had some of your own skin conditions that really led you to start doing this.
Absolutely did. After working in surgery for so many years and massage therapy as well, my hands developed what was dyshydrotic eczema. So I had to find out what my triggers were. And once I did that, we made the soaps, the body butters, anything that could assist with my skin condition.
And you've really come to find that people, I know you're not a medical doctor to really say this cures anything,
Correct.
but a lot of people have come in saying it's helped a lot of their conditions as well.
A lot. A lot.
So can we walk through some of these?
Sure.
This is a hoot. And what I'm realizing about this town too, are there's so many great entrepreneurs here in this town that everyone's so kind. You really are. It's filled with a bunch of wonderful people here, I must say.
Thank you.
And the products go along with it. So I had to look at some of these. So home.
I love home.
Smells like home. But you also have like Dirty Hippie. And I wondered, what does a Dirty Hippie smell like? A Dirty Hippie, turns out, smells pretty good.
It does. It does. And that one took, there's 9 different ingredients in that. That took a few months to actually get down.
So you're taking a long time. It's a process to make sure that you're putting the right ingredients. What are some of the ingredients that you have in some of these?
One of the main ingredients is castor oil, and castor oil is so phenomenal for the skin. We also use rice bran, coconut, sunflower. We have a sustainable palm that we also use for lather. These, a lot of people say that homemade soaps, handcrafted soaps don't lather. These have amazing bubble.
Really?
Amazing bubble.
Now you said that you have one for the skin, correct? For your face, I should say.
Yes.
Not for the skin. Everyone's for your skin.
Yes, absolutely.
But for the face, so you have a face one that's really extra dental on your skin?
I do. And that is Safe Face. That has
where do we have that? Did
charcoal.
I miss it?
It's right here.
Let's pull that one out.
Yep.
So Save Face. Got it.
Charcoal, sea clay, bentonite clay, peppermint, and tea tree. Charcoal, activated charcoal as well.
And then you said there's also one that you have an exfoliator too?
Yes, that's Rough House.
I won't make you look for it.
Nope. And this, well, you know what? And this is one of the bars that we have not labeled yet because it's still curing. That is the Rough House.
It smells
and that has a soy scrub in it, which is really good.
All right, so I want to walk over here. I'll put that down a second. They have Colorado. Bet you can guess what that smells like. I'm not going to say it on TV, but I bet you can guess. But it's just fun here. So stop.
What?
Stop.
What?
You did not.
I did.
Look what she did.
I did.
It's my own soap bar. The question is, what do I smell like?
Yeah, right. What do you think? It's lavender and peppermint.
I
so
smell
it's kind of
fresh
got
and clean, and I love lavender. So I'm calming, which many people might say is not really how I am at all.
No, there's peppermint in there too, so it's gonna make you go boo.
This is the first time someone's really made something with my name on it. Thank
well,
you.
we're honored to have you here.
So this is how the bars start, right?
That is a Dirty Hippie batch. Yes,
Okay.
they take a day to set under blankets.
Now, and then you just chop them up.
And then we
I'll
chop
let you
them
go
up.
ahead.
And this is my famous cutter that sets the whole.
Sets the tone of what they look like. They're all cut the same way.
Yes. So.
I can't get over this. There's a soap named after me right now. This is just for today. People can't come in here and buy this. You do have a whole.
Oh no!
I'll buy them all. Don't worry. I'll buy them all. And start giving them away as gifts.
That's the Fresh Dirty Hippie.
The Fresh Dirty Hippie smells really good. So you not only do the soaps, this is also...
That is a natural bug spray. Mosquito repellent, has lavender, eucalyptus, and lemongrass.
And then what do we have here?
And that is a beard oil. That is a beard concoction.
We can't really explain what's in that because that's our secret recipe, I'm guessing. And then you have bath bombs too, I'm guessing.
Exactly. And these also bubble. These are not just the fizzies. These bubble.
Well, I feel like I'm biased now. You have to come in because she made a soap after me. Ask for the soap, ladies and gentlemen.
It's called Natalie.
Let's see how many we can sell, and smell.
Right.
I'm just super excited right now. Thank you so much,
Natalie,
Leslie.
thank
You are so
you.
sweet. So it's Fatty Cake Soap Company. Keep that in mind when you make a stop here in Warren. And there's a lot of other great ones, but this one smells the best, I think. Still to come on our road trip here in Trumbull County, we are taking a step back in time at the end of the Commons. welcome back to our road trip here in Trumbull County. And our final stop happens to be an old-time general store. You know, like the ones you used to visit when you were a child? This is End of the Commons General Store.
Well, it's an actual true operating general store. The main part of our store was built in 1840. So we still have the old wooden floors from 1840, penny candy, bottled root beer. There was basically back then it was it was an everything store. In local towns survived on the general store. You went there to get your mail, to get your haircut, your teeth pulled, your food. I mean, it was everything to the town. You know, a lot of people know us with all the antiques around the top, so we try to put antiques things around for different eras that people remember their parents using, their grandparents using, things that bring back good memories of their childhood. But overall, I think just the nostalgia of the whole place. First thing you're gonna see, of course, is original wood creaky floors. You're gonna see 11 doors of soda pop and glass long neck bottles. You're gonna see penny candy. You're gonna see just gobs and gobs of candy. The piano still works. You know, sometimes when we have buses come in, you'll see if you watch the rolls play, it has the words to it. So sometimes the people on the buses will sing right along with the player piano. So the houseware section has lots of little useful gadgets, you know, pickle pickers, lots of cookie cutters. We probably have several hundred cookie cutters. Cast iron, we have lots of different types of old-fashioned soaps like Fell's Naphtha soap. We have barbecue lighters, scrapers, wool dusters, for dusting around your house. So we have lots of unique, we have a weather stick that actually, although we like the media and the weatherman, but this is $8.99 and you hang it outside and it tells you when it's gonna rain and when it's not gonna rain. And so we've had that for 36 years. So just neat things like that. So the fry pies, if you've never heard of them before, and you're coming to Amish country, you don't want to miss the fry pies. So what they are is like a half moon pie that we roll the crust over. We fill them with, you know, like an apple filling, a cream cheese filling, a blueberry filling. They're fried, and then we put them in a bath of glaze, and then they're cooled for several hours before they can be packaged up. And I mean, people don't just buy one or two, they buy 6, 10, 20 at a time, and they can freeze them if they want to, but generally they don't even make it to that point. They're definitely going to spend some time in here. There's lots to look at. You know, we try to make it where the whole family can enjoy it. So, you know, if the child gets a quarter, they can spend time picking out 25 pieces of penny candy. If the husband doesn't quite want to shop as long as the wife, you know, there's plenty of antiques that he can go around and see, and motorcycles and bikes, or he could sit in a cafe and people watch. And of course, there's lots of shopping for the wife. There's fudge to sample, hand-dipped ice cream, cheese, lunch meat. There's all sorts to do.
End of the Commons General Store is in Mesopotamia, right in the heart of Amish country. Keep in mind, though, they're closed on Sundays.
Well, that's going to do it for our road trip to Trumbull County. We've had a lot of fun. You can drive a lot of places here and find a lot of great things. And remember, it's just about halfway between Cleveland and Pittsburgh, just a little north of Youngstown. And if you like some pretty cool shopping and great food, I think you're in for a good trip. For Natalie Herbeck, I'm David Moss, and we'll see you on the next New Day Cleveland.